Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Assassinato Gaming. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe for more content. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about my NightBlade tank build. First, I'm going to go over stats. So, looking at the base stats, you'll see Magicka is at 14,000, with Magic Recovery at 837. Health is at 38,000, with Recovery of 1,020. And then Max Stamina is 17,000 with 1,134 as recovery. My spell and physical resistance is a little low for a tank. They're sitting at 25,000. Well, with the skills I'll show later, we'll actually improve this. But so base skills, base stats is 25,000 on spell and physical resistance. Looking at advanced stats, majority of them are sitting at 39% on resistance, which max cap is 50. With the exception of disease and poison. They are at 42.5. So this will also change due to the skills I'm using later. So with those being said, let's go over the sets. First set I'll be talking about is Battle State Battalion Defender. Battalion Defender, you get this from Cyrodiil's Rewards of Worthy Coffer. It gives health and stamina with the 5-piece healing you and your group members, which only recurs after a successful block. With raid notification, getting this to happen is super easy. And as a tank, you do learn a lot of the mechanics of, alright, block here, block there. So this is a good starting set for any tank, because it's very easy to keep everything proc, and that's a nice added heal for everyone on your team. The second set is Ebon Armory. This comes from Crypt of Hearts 1 and 2. It increases health and healing taken, with the 5-piece bonus adding additional health to you and your group members. Remember to run Ice Staff on back bar for the damage shield, which the damage shield comes from the Triforce passive on a destruction staff. So when you swap, you'll get a damage shield when you swap to the Ice Staff. Well, the front bar is the sword and shield, so that's pretty self-sustaining. The monster set is actually a very new monster set and very tricky to get. It is Magnum Incarnate. You need to complete the Dread Cellar on Vet to get the Monster Helm. Shoulders come from Undaunted, which you can buy with Undaunted keys. This increases recovery. When you heal yourself or an ally with a single target ability, the lowest health group member gets Minor Courage and Resolve, increasing armory and damage. Daedric energy will then bounce to nearby enemies, with giving them Minor Courage and Resolve for 10 seconds, only up to 3 times. This can happen every 15 seconds. This is a very easy set to get to proc. That's the reason I'll run Swallow Soul on the bar, is simply to keep that going. Now, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and go over skills, keeping this a little short and rushed. But the first is Ransack. This is your up-close boss taunt, which reduces enemies' physical and spell resistance, also giving you minor protection. If you don't want to run this, I would suggest running Piercing, the other morph, for puncturing. Second is Mirage. Increases your physical and spell resistance by 2,900. So for every 26 seconds. So this is one of the things I'll be using to increase my resistance. The third is Absorb Missile. This is your damage shield that also heals you for 6,000. Then Heroic Strike reduces Heroic Slash reduces enemy damage done while granting you 1 ultimate point every 1.5 seconds for 12 seconds. It's nice, keeps easy, also allowing your DPS to do more damage to whatever you inflicted. And then Swallow heals you for every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. This is what procs Magnum Incarnate. It's great. It's always nice to keep active. Then swapping over to the back bar, you have Piercing Mark, reduces enemies' physical and spell resistance for 5,000 while healing you for 13,000, which scales off your max health. So this is great, another great heal for you, while also affecting the enemy, making it easy for your DPS to do damage. The next one is Turn Evil. You and your allies gain minor protection and minor endurance, reducing damage taken by 5%, increasing stamina recovery by 15%. So this proc will allow you to actually increase your stamina recovery, making it easier to keep the other skills up on your front bar. It's nice. Also, the other thing, any enemy in the area upon activation is feared for 4 seconds, so it's nice to get in there, get in the center of mobs, drop it, and call it done, essentially. Third is Refreshing Path. Grants you and allies increased movement speed while healing you and allies for 1,000 every second in the area. 4 is Dark Shade and inflicts minor maim, reducing enemies' damage done by 5% for 4 seconds. Another great. It's another reduction. A lot of this is all about reducing the enemy's output, the bosses, what they put out, increasing the DPS's magnitude of DPS they put out. So minimizing the damage put out by the enemy, increasing the damage put out by your team. And then the last is Siphoning Attack. Allow light and heavy attacks to heal and restore magicka. It'll restore more magicka, and then when it actually detonates, it increases the heal as well. So it's great to have for those moments. But now looking over, the ultimate is Bolstering Darkness grants you and allies major protection for who is in the center circle while healing them for 18,000 over 4 seconds. This is great to have for heal, and also it's a synergy for whoever needs it, and it increases their movement speed. It's very nice. The front bar, I have Shield Wall 4. I haven't morphed it yet, but it reinforces your shield, allowing you to automatically block. This is great if you need a proc it for those res that you got to get off, but you don't know when the boss is going to drop his big stunning attack. So it's nice to actually have. Though at the same time, with the other back bar, if you do not want to run Bolstering Darkness, I would suggest going here to Alliance War and running Warhorn or Barrier, preferably Warhorn. That way it increases the recovery of your group members. So that's also a nice alternative to have on your bars. Now, after going over skills, I'm going to jump over into champion points. And with the champion points, I'm only going to go over Warfare and Fitness, because Craft is more of a quality of life skill tree, and that doesn't take into account anything. Only thing I would ever suggest off of this is Treasure Hunter on any character. Oop, too far back. But with that being said, I'm going to go over the blue, because a lot of the passives, you want to grab them because they are a quality of life thing as well. So the more you can get of passives, the better. But the first is Ironclad, reduces damage by direct damaging attacks. So it's nice to have. Repository, blocking an enemy with 7 meters deals 4,800 physical damage back to the attacker. It's another great thing. Block, and when you're blocking, it's going to proc one of your sets as well as this. So it's nice. You're getting 2 things at the same time going on. The third star is Reinforced. Bracing you gives a damage shield for 5,000. Essentially, when you brace to go into your block, you get another damage shield on top of the damage shield you have on your bar. It's great. And then the last blue star is Cutting Defense. Which you deal magicka damage to attackers whenever they damage you with a direct damage attack within 7 meters. This effect scales off your max health. So this also can go with Ironclad, because it's more of a sustain, healing, keeping you alive as a tank. It's a great set to run like that. And then again, the passives on here is a quality of life thing. The main thing I suggest is Hero's Vigor to start off with to increase your health. But the 4 stars that you have to buy and activate, the first is Fortified, increasing armor. The second is Balanced Vitality, increase your max health. The third is Wardmaster, reduce your damage taken per stage while blocking or under the effects of damage shield. Which, remember, you essentially have 3 damage shields. When you rotate to your Ice Staff, it gives you a damage shield. Absorb Missile is your skill that activates as a damage shield. And then you can go back to your Reinforced. Whenever you brace, it gives you a damage shield as well. So it's very easy to keep this going. And it's nice to have one of those damage shields active when it comes to one of the big attacks that's going to come in that you need to block. And then the 4th is Rejuvenation, increasing your health, magic, and stamina recovery. It's obvious to have this because you are a tank, so you're having to work off of all 3, and you've got to stay alive to keep that team alive. So Now I'm going to do a quick little show with the abilities active. Well, all but one is active. That's because I can't put piercing. But 33,000, 33,000, and then everything is at 50% exactly, and then 53.5 for disease and poison, which this will actually go higher if there's an enemy nearby, and you can drop piercing mark on people as well. So that was pretty low. It'll actually scale to about 34,000 for this, and the resistance will actually scale to about 55 to 60%, which is well over max cap, which is amazing because that's what you would want to strive for. You want to sit just below there. If you can actually get to 49%, I suggest swapping some skills out to affect like more pulling. Silver Leash would be a good one for that, but just depending on where your resistance are sitting at, some of these skills you can swap out. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this covers the tank build, skills, sets, all that. I hope you find this helpful, and this is going to end the commentary portion, so remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more, and thank you for watching this video. The next portion is just going to be straight little gameplay of it, me going against the boss, pulling it in, all that fun shaz, for you can see how the build works. But this ends the commentary portion. Thank you for watching.